after a while of doing this, things got pretty, unfortunately, ugly. And my family's house got attacked again. I had no contact with them. I could not be out on the street by myself as a civilian. I was targeted, I was pointed out, and I had to take a break. I came over here to the United States. 19-hour flight from Amman, Jordan to JFK in New York. Went to a apartment in Manhattan. It's a friend's apartment who was a Marine that I met in Jordan and told me that I can use his apartment for the time I'm in Manhattan until things get figured out. So again, 19-hour flight. I had about an hour from the airport to the apartment, put my luggage down, turned on the TV, and I looked at the news, and it was about Iraq. I had a little giggle, like, funny. That's the first thing I see. But then, it was weird. Like, I was watching this, and my jaw was like started to drop to the floor. Like, what is this? Did this just happen on my way here? 19 hours? All this happened? I was amazed by what the media is showing, or let's say what the media is not showing. I was shocked. I was angry again. I didn't know what to think. For a second, I felt like what we were doing, not just saving a nation or my country or helping this baby have a new start and catch up with the rest of the nations of the world, but I felt like we were doing something to set an example to everybody. But then I saw this on TV. Then I kept talking with people, making friends, and we were communicating and interacting on way higher levels, and I started seeing a whole different side. Grass is greener on the other side of Baghdad. Well, there's another, like, think of that. This is what I was thinking. That's the greener, but it wasn't really. It needed some work. I knew that the mission was not done, not in Iraq, and I felt like the mission was not done either here. Sometimes I even watch the news, and I see really good things. Like I see, like they would show all the, like, let's say, corruption going on with the new Iraqi government, and people calling out ministers on doing this and doing that. And I'm like thinking, yes, this is happening, this is true, democracy is going on. And then I have the person next to me saying, how do you feel about this? Aren't you pissed? We really screwed it up, didn't we? Like, what are you talking about? I remember growing up, we were watching the news, and I was probably like 13 or 14 years old, and it was something about the French president on TV, and he was being interviewed by a reporter. And me and my dad pointed it out for me, and I already like noticed it. The French reporter had one leg on top of the other while interviewing the French president. To us, that's a whoa. That's a no-no. You can't do that. You can't. I know personally, I know people, and I know friends that that are no longer with us in this world anymore because they made a comment in college the day after Saddam was on national TV. They just made a comment. They didn't like something he said. They were gone, and their immediate family. Now we're watching this on the news about the Iraqi government and people calling out ministers and leaders in the new regime or the new Iraqi government, and that's freedom. Like, people don't understand that it's relative. I still get in touch with friends from Iraq or they're in other countries now, but they lived the same era with me, and we both talk about this. Like, hey, did you see that? They really called out a minister on TV. That's pretty bold. We're getting somewhere. To us, that's fruit. Somewhere else it's sad. People are ripping on it, ripping on the success, ripping on us, nations, 2 nations, 3 nations coming through. There is more to be done. There's more interpretations to happen. I got the chills when I attended a town hall meeting in Lakeville. They had a meeting with their congressman, I believe. And I sat there and I saw people, both sides of the alley, let's say, or on two different perspectives about things. And they were all voicing that out loud and not afraid, and didn't see no like secret police at the exits and stuff. I'm like, wow, this is where we're going, and we are getting there. That is pretty cool. I really want this for my fellow citizens. I want this for my fellow men. And I want this for every good person in the world. I don't want any of what happened to me to happen to anyone else. I felt good, and I felt proud. I still get in touch with my professors for my master's degree. One of them is Dr. Walid Mahmoud, a bright physician. And he taught me pretty well. He's a brilliant scientific man. Till today, his concepts and the way he looked at things, it just inspired me a lot. He's right now in Jordan because him and other professors got those threatening letters that you cannot enforce the new Iraqi regime and enforce the new Iraqi government by going to college. All institutions need to stop. They started assassinating a few here and there. And he's a living example right now in Jordan. If anyone wants his contacts, I did have a conversation with him, and he told me that it's okay to give his contacts to anyone who wants to communicate. Dr. Raad al-Jaburi, Dr. Raad Hassoun, these are also professors that are a living example. Finally, something I just heard today, and I was taking a note of it. It takes for the triumph of evil to succeed, only for good men to do nothing. That and wake up and stand up for yourself and stand up for others. When these people, the veterans that got called out today and stood up, I know some of us call them heroes. Some of them have another opinion. I'm not here to advocate for one side or the other. I'm just here to say, these guys are the greatest ambassadors. To me, they taught me to wake up and stand up for myself. So wake up and stand up and spread the word. Thank you.